Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. I just come home from the Remembrance Day ceremony. That's why I got the whole accoutrement all on. It was a good ceremony today. Unfortunately, turnout year after year after year seems to get less and less and less. A lot of the old timers are starting to disappear. One other thing I noticed today is I'm not sure when we stopped removing head cover. I was there today. There's 150 people, something like that, and probably a good 30 of them still wearing their ball caps throughout the whole thing. I thought that was a new thing, but I guess, I'm not sure if that's what folks went to Vimy Ridge for. It's the right to wear a hat, but nevertheless, anyways, good to be home. We're going to get some tacos in us now. And if you didn't get the opportunity yet to pay your respects, take a minute. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be at 11 o'clock in the morning. Just take a moment. Anyways, we're in the shop here now. Got all my farmer gear back on. And when I was in town, the wife texted, she says, it smells like gas in the shop. And I said, well, what kind of gas? Like natural gas or liquid gas? She said, natural gas. And I come in and I was like, that smells more like sewer. Of course, check all the drains and then make my loop around and follow my nose. I had a pretty big nose, so I'm pretty good at following it. And what did I find? The kid's Gator battery swole right up. It was on the charger. So we're going to set that outside and send it to recycling because it is clearly done for this world. Anyways, here's some batteries that haven't overcharged and swole up, like a Satsuma. Gonna get these all over to the barn because this will be day number 3 of working on the kids' fort / playhouse / my doghouse during lambing season. And I promised Charlotte here last night that I was going to go out there and work on it all night. She told me I didn't have to, so that was nice of her. But I got out there and realized that where we put the playhouse, mezzanine / fort is kind of right on the back side of the light. And so everywhere else in the barn now is very, very difficult to see in low light conditions. And I ran out of screws, so I had to come back in here anyways. And then once you kind of walk out of the barn and walk over to the shop, you kind of lose a little bit of that drive, I should say, to carry on once it's already 10 o'clock at night. So there's a new box of screws, 3 fresh batteries. We're going to crack on. So this is how we're making out with the fort. Got an open handrail on this side. There was some back and forth on whether or not we're going to put the little love seat from down in the basement up there or not. I decided not to because it does get kind of dusty and gross in here from time to time, but you can see the handrail on this side. What I did is 2x4, and then I used a 2x6 to space it out in between. And that wasn't just because that's what I had laying around. Actually, when we built the shop and I put the mezzanine in the shop, I did the same space in there, but I wasn't really sure what to go with. So I had my sister-in-law measure my nephew's head so I could figure out what he could or could not stick his head through without getting stuck and having to phone the fire department. Turns out 2x6 was a pretty good measurement there. He could get his ears, couldn't get his ears stuck in there. So it worked out good. So that's what we stuck with. And then I was going to go around and around whether or not I was going to use an old ladder that I had to try and rig up to here or not. But I decided not to late last night. I was going to go with a set of wooden stair stringers. And I'm going to hinge that so I'll be able to pull it up with the rope right there and pull them up and out of the way if we ever need to pull them up and out of the way. So that'll be kind of nice. But I almost had a mishap here because I cut all these 2x4s to put this railing in right here. Put all these spindles in, not realizing that I had not built the stairs yet. So if I took my access out to there, then I wasn't going to be able to get down and actually, because I got no ladder here yet. So had to quick pause. Let's build some stair treads. We'll get this done. And then the ladder can go away after that. And then everything else we can do up and down right here. Robertson bits from Milwaukee. It's a good thing they're durable because that square is about to be round. Good try though, kiddo. Gotta get started for you. Oh. It's easier than it looks. I mean, it's harder than it looks. Never mind, you know what I meant. All right, so I'm almost done here, but this is one of those projects where I'm not going to leave it at 75% done because I mean, the future of my family's genetics are at stake here, and I have a hole here. I gotta finish that little bit right there, and then we'll be good. But I got the stairs done, and like any stairs that go up into a barn, into the attic, they're not built to code, but they are built uniform height. So the rise is the same on every one, but of course because of I'd have to be halfway out into the gate, of course, to get them the proper run length. But anyways, they do come up, and then there's a hinge. I put a hinge in here between the two so that if for whatever reason you ever wanted to, you could actually pick the stairs up and run them up into the rafters. Say that was like a, you know, like the kids had all their friends over or whatever, it was like no boys allowed. Well, you could run the stairs up, and I'll pull a pulley up in there, and they'll be able to tug it up to the rafters. And who knows, you never know, I might need this real estate one time in the spring or whatever, so I'll be able to pull it up out of the way. That'd be kind of handy. Handrails all up so nobody can fall down. And all that's left is to bring some games and activities and whatnot, give the kids something to do up there. Put a little coffee maker up there, easy bake oven. Sounds like a pretty good plan. Actually, Finn does have one of those. I have his little Tykes or Fisher Price or whatever, little kitchen sets. And I think that would be just perfect up there. You put it up there, put all the little fake food and all that stuff up there that's just kicking around. It's always, I'm always stepping on it in the living room, but they're never really actually playing with it. It's just always out and on the floor. So that'd be cool. Get that up into here, and it could be out on the floor in there all they want. They can step on it, and I don't have to worry about it. Because if I go up there, I'm ducking a little bit. There's a few spots where I could stand up straight, but there's a few spots where I'd be leaving with a headache if I stood up straight. Oh man, I'd say it's pretty mint up here actually, aside from all the sawdust on the floor. I did try to take my skill saw, and if you just do it, it'll blow quite a bit of air, but it's not quite enough because it's quite humid out. Sounds like the cats are fighting back there. So I'm going to have to go get a broom here quickly and brush everything off and make it just that last little bit of kid-friendly. Somebody will get a sliver up here for sure. But anyways, I'll do that after supper once the kids are tucked into bed, and then they can come up here and play tomorrow. So on that note, I think I'm going to call it a day. So I hope you're having a fantastic Remembrance Day. We will see you tomorrow.